My fiance's family had a tradition of tearing apart new spouses, and they spent 45 minutes telling everything that is wrong with me. They all went silent when it was my turn to speak. My fiance's family had a tradition they called the welcome circle. Every time someone new was about to officially join the family through marriage, they held a special dinner. At this dinner, the entire family would take turns telling the newcomer all the things they thought were wrong with them. They called it cleansing. They said it was important to air out concerns before the wedding so there were no secrets and no resentment. They said it helped new family members understand what they needed to work on to truly belong. My fiance told me about this tradition 3 months before our wedding. His name was Oliver, and we had been together for 3 years. He said the welcome circle was just something his family did, and it wasn't as bad as it sounded. He said everyone went through it and everyone survived. He said his mother went through it when she married his father. His aunts went through it. His brother's wife went through it. He said it would be over in an hour and then I would officially be accepted. I asked him what happened at his brother's wife's welcome circle. He got quiet and said it was a little rough, but she handled it well. I asked what they said to her. He said they told her she was too loud and laughed too much and didn't know how to dress appropriately for formal occasions. He said they told her she came from a family without class and she needed to learn how to carry herself better. He said they told her she wasn't smart enough for his brother and she should read more books. I asked how she reacted. He said she cried a little but then thanked everyone for their honesty and promised to do better. She's been married to his brother for 6 years now. She barely speaks at family gatherings anymore. I told Oliver I didn't want to do the welcome circle. He said it wasn't optional. He said if I refused, his family would think I had something to hide. He said they would never fully accept me and our marriage would always have tension. He said it was just one night and I should do it for us. I agreed because I loved him and I wanted his family to accept me. Looking back, I should have seen that as the first red flag. The welcome circle was held at his parents' house on a Saturday evening. There were 14 people there. His parents, his grandparents, his brother and sister-in-law, his 2 aunts, 2 uncles, and 4 cousins. They sat in a large circle in the living room with 2 empty chairs in the middle, one for me and one for Oliver. His mother explained the rules. Each family member would share their honest observations about me. I was not allowed to interrupt or defend myself. I was supposed to listen and reflect and thank each person for their honesty when they finished. At the end, I would be given a chance to respond and tell the family how I planned to address their concerns. Then they would vote on whether to officially welcome me. I sat in that chair and listened for 45 minutes. His mother went first. She said I was too independent and didn't seem to value family enough. She said I worked too much and would probably neglect her son. She said my cooking wasn't good enough and Oliver would miss her meals. She said I dressed too casually and needed to put more effort into my appearance. His father said I talked too much about my own opinions and didn't listen enough. He said I seemed to think I was smarter than everyone in the room and that was off-putting. He said my career was fine but not impressive and I would never be able to provide for Oliver the way he deserved. His grandmother said I was too skinny and needed to eat more. She said my family clearly didn't teach me how to take care of myself. She said I smiled too much and it seemed fake. His grandfather said I didn't seem like the type to raise children properly. He said I seemed selfish and career-focused and probably wouldn't want to stay home with babies. His aunt said I was too quiet at family dinners and didn't make enough effort to get to know everyone. Then they said I was too loud when I did talk and interrupted people. His uncle said I didn't seem to respect Oliver's family history and traditions enough. They said I asked too many questions and should just accept how things were done. His cousin said I was boring and didn't have good enough stories. They said my hobbies were uninteresting and I probably wouldn't fit in at family vacations. His brother said I wasn't as pretty as the other women Oliver had dated and he was surprised Oliver settled for me. His sister-in-law just stared at the floor and said nothing. I understood why she stayed quiet now. When everyone finished speaking, his mother smiled at me and asked how I planned to address all of their concerns. I looked around the room at these 14 people who had just spent 45 minutes tearing me apart. I looked at Oliver sitting next to me. He hadn't said a word to defend me. He just nodded along like everything they said was reasonable. I smiled back at his mother. Then I addressed each person one by one. Full story on channel, link below.